students, today we are going to be discussing chapter 3, the Laburnum Top from Hornbill of class 11. First, let us read the poem. The Laburnum Top. So this poem is a description of a laburnum tree where a goldfinch arrives to feed its young ones and then flies away. Let us see what happens in this poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at the branch end. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness, and a machine starts up, of chitterings and tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of a family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Then with an eerie delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Let us first discuss the first stanza. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So it is afternoon in the autumn season where there is bright sunlight because it is afternoon and all the leaves have turned yellow and the seeds have fallen. The entire atmosphere is quiet and till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup. So we find that the goldfinch has come with a chirrup, it makes a noise, and a suddenness, a startlement at the branch end. It sits at the end of the branch. Then, sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness. So, very suddenly she enters, and a machine starts up. Of chitterings and tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of a family. So, as soon as the bird enters the tree, there is a lot of noise. The young ones start chirping with excitement. They are happy to have their mother who has brought their food. And in their joy, the tree too feels the joy of the nestlings inside the tree and it trembles in thrill. It is the engine of a family. So the tree is the thing which helps them to survive, to move. She stokes it full. The nest with its young ones are totally excited. They make a lot of noise and movement till she feeds them and then suddenly flirts out to a branch end. She comes out suddenly, showing her barred face identity mask. So her face appears to have bars on them because of the shadow of the flowers and the leaves, and the face that she shows has an identity mask. Mask is something which hides your identity, but here the bird has this black kind of patch which looks like a mask, but this is what identifies a goldfinch. Okay, so this is her identity mask. Then with eerie delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. So the poem starts with silence and ends with silence. Now let us learn something about the poet. Edward James Hughes. Ted is the shortened form of Edward, is known as one of the best poets of the 20th century. He was a poet, translator, and a writer of children's stories. He spent his childhood in the rural areas of Yorkshire district in England. After serving in the Royal Army for 2 years, he enrolled himself in Pembroke College at Cambridge. He married the famous poetess Sylvia Plath in 1956. Their daughter Frida was born in 1959, and their son Nicholas was born in 1962. In 1962, he left Plath for a woman named Isia Gutman Weevil. Plath committed suicide in 1963 at the age of 30. Ted did not write for a couple of years and published Plath's poems. In 1965, Weevil gave birth to their daughter Shura and killed herself and her daughter in 1969. Then he married Carol Orchard in 1970, with whom he stayed until death. Hughes was appointed the Poet Laureate of England in 1984 and died of cancer at the age of 68. Now let us see what are the literary devices used in this poem. Personification is where we use human characteristics and give it to inanimate objects. So non-living things are given human characteristics. The laburnum top is silent. The top of the tree is personified. It is silent like a person. Then we see a lot of alliteration has been used, repetition of the consonant sound like silent, quite still, sound has been repeated, whistle, chirrup, whisperings, sound has been repeated, tree trembles and trills, sound has been repeated. Then we see simile has been used, comparing things using like or as. Then sleek as lizard. Both movement is compared to that of a lizard using as. Assonance has also been used, hand, alert, and abrupt. A sound has been referred, which is indirect comparison between two objects or ideas to denote similarity. It is the engine of a family. Here, the tree is compared to an engine. A machine starts up. The noise of the birds in the nest and the movements are compared to that of an engine. Then transferred epithet has been used when an adjective is used to describe a noun, but it actually refers to another noun. Like barred face identity mask. The face is not barred, but the shadows of the flowers and leaves appear like bars. The laburnum subsides. The noise, not the laburnum, subsides. The noise subsided into silence, not the tree. Then onomatopoeia has been used. Words formed from the sound it represents are used for literary effect, like chitterings, trillings. Then oxymoron has been used. Opposite or contradictory words placed together for sake of emphasis. Eerie means strange and frightening. Delicate means soft and exquisite. Let us see what is the theme of the poem. The main theme of the poem is interdependence in nature. It shows the reciprocal relationship between the laburnum tree and the goldfinch. The tree is thrilled and feels alive when the young ones express their joy at the arrival of their mother. The poet portrays the symbiotic relationship between the laburnum tree and the goldfinch and the transient nature of life. So, symbiotic relationship means interdependence. The poem gives a beautiful message of developing reciprocal relationships to its readers. The thrill that the laburnum tree feels at the joyous union of the goldfinch family tells us that joy is in giving and in sharing of pleasant experiences. The poem also reflects the interdependence of living beings in nature. The poem encourages the readers to share, help, and live together in harmony with nature. Now let us see the summary of the poem. The poem is a video captured in words. So often we find it is a picture captured in words. Here it is, we can say it is a video captured in words. Through vivid imagery, the poet first describes the laburnum top, which is silent without any activity in quiet September afternoon. The yellow sunlight falls on the yellow leaves of the tree in autumn. The seeds have already been shed. The quietude is broken by a goldfinch which flies towards the tree with a twitching chirrup. The arrival of the goldfinch breaks the silence around the tree. The bird arrives all of a sudden at the end of the tree branch, and then in a smooth, quick, jolting movement of a lizard, she enters the thick foliage of the tree. Her entry results in several movements inside the tree. Her young ones in the nest start cheeping with excitement. Their wings flutter and shiver with thrill. It seems as if a machine inside the tree has started with the exciting chirruping and fluttering of wings. The tree too seems to be trembling with thrill as it is the engine of the family. The goldfinch incites the thrill and excitement inside the tree to its full. Before floating to a branch end, she shows her face among the leaves, which has black patch like a mask that hides her identity. She then leaves the tree with a whistle-like chirrup and flies away to the unknown. Silence once again engulfs the laburnum tree. I do hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the like button. And I await your comments. Please put your comments in the comment box. Thanks for watching.